I'm going to preview the Baylor versus Iowa State women's soccer game, which literally will be played October 2nd at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. Of course, that would be last stats as well. Apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. Baylor is coming off of a successful weekend against Kansas and Kansas State, respectively. They won both those games 3-0. Ironically enough, against Kansas State, it was tied at 0-0 at half. Then Baylor scored first with Olivia Hess and then 2 penalty kick goals. Just to let y'all know. So thus, Baylor is 7-1-2 overall, 2-1 in Big 12, and that's huge for not just for the Big 12, but the RPI perspective to think about making the NCAA tournament. We'll see down the line, of course, but still a really good position right now. We will also wait and see if Baylor is even receiving votes for a change, or will they be ranked. I'll put in the title if they are ranked. Now, Iowa State, I'm just going to say they're not as good as Baylor in the RPI right now. It was like in the 90s before they lost their last game against Texas Tech, and they lost that 2-0. And that game was in Ames. Iowa State's 4-3-2 overall, 1-2 in the Big 12. Yeah, they actually won a Big 12 game, and that was against Arizona 1-0. Then they lost to Colorado 3-1. I get that. Now the wins are over University of Northern Iowa 4-1, North Dakota 4-0, and Creighton 1-0. The other losses besides the conference one, like the only other loss was against Iowa at Iowa, and that was a 1-0 game. Their ties were against Portland State 2-2, and then Drake 1-1. And now I want to go over you really use like one formation all year in terms of number of defenders, midfielders, and forwards. And that's 4-3-3, as in 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 forwards. And you could just tell who started every game and who hasn't. And I do not know the injury stats for Iowa State going to this. Just so y'all know. So what are some players to keep an eye on? Their starting goalkeeper is Casey Canestraro, number 0, 5'11" inches tall. That's a sophomore, 10 goals allowed and 34 saves, and she even has an assist on the goal. I want to go over like multi-goal scorers from here, and that would be Ella Zimmerman, number 4, 5'7" inches tall as a defender, junior, 3 goals and 10 shots attempted. There's Taylor Spitzer, number 16, 5'7" inches tall. That's a forward. That's a senior. 2 goals and 10 shots attempted and 1 assist. There's Morgan Goodman, number 17, 5'9" midfielder. That's a sophomore, 3 goals on 12 shots attempted and 1 assist. I want to just go over some other goal scorers for the year, like Megan Walters, number 5, 5'7" forward. That's a freshman, 1 goal and 16 shots attempted and 1 assist. And there's Elizabeth Agresso, number 3, 5'4" midfielder. That's a senior, 1 goal and 5 shots attempted. There's Lucy Froitzheim, Froitzheim. Number 12, 5'11" midfielder. That's a junior, 1 goal and 3 shots attempted. There's Lauren Hernandez, number 14, 5'7" midfielder. That's a senior, 1 goal and 5 shots attempted and 1 assist. Reagan John, number 20, 5'8" midfielder. That's a junior, 1 goal and 8 shots attempted and 1 assist. And then Sophie Forrester, number 30, 5'7" forward. That's a freshman, 1 goal on 8 shots attempted and 1 assist. And y'all can check out the other stats as players as well. This is a revenge game when I see one. Yes, I get last year was a 1-1 tie, but that was a game that really ultimately put Baylor behind the 8 ball for not making the NCAA tournament last year. This was one of the reasons why. Iowa State was not that great last year when you look at the record. And yet they tied with Baylor, and that was a bad tie, and that really hurt their RPI down the line. So they are I would have to think they circle this game, one of their games they want to get back from a year ago. I would also not overlook this team for the next opponent, which is Colorado, because of what happened last year against Iowa State, obviously. You got to make adjustments on the fly, both offensively and defensively. I get the officiating might be questionable at times, but you got to be a mentally tougher team and make plays to win. You got to keep your calm and composure. You don't want to have like a red card because then it's like 11 versus 10, or so many yellows equals a suspension and all that. Yeah. Try to take the Iowa State fans out of the game as much as possible while getting your fans involved. Don't be intimidated by the other team. Defensively, shut down the best players. You got to be good in your set piece defense. The 1v1 situations, don't allow any easy passes or easy shots. Of course, get some saves, I know. And you got to clear the ball out, get the ball out in danger. And whatever you did wrong last game, you got to correct for this game. Whatever you did right last game, you got to bring to this game. And obviously, you don't want to have a handball or foul in the box because that would automatically mean penalty kick, and that's a total guessing game. Obviously, if they do it, it's really on them. You got to take advantage of the PKs, penalty kicks, which you did against Kansas State twice, mind you. So, yeah. You got to have your key players step up for this game as well as your role players. You got to be good passing the ball and don't turn the ball over in your end as much as possible while making them turn the ball over. And you got to win those 50-50 balls in the air and the second ball as well. You got to be good set piece offensively, like a corner kick, a free kick. Get some good shots and to get some corner kicks. And it doesn't really matter about the number. It's just more like you got to execute and try to find a way to score. Because the same thing goes for the number of shots. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is how many times did you get the ball behind the net. And dictate the pace of the game. And if you have a chance to put them away, put them away. Leave no doubt. Like you did it against Kansas State. And even Kansas. And you don't want to have like a hangover after that great weekend. Certainly. And face Iowa State and get a tie or a loss. Yeah, because that would really hurt your RPI. You need to avoid bad losses and bad ties. This is your get right game. I mean, get back at them for what happened last year. And I think this team is better than last year's team anyway, but it's just on the truth. Because up to this point, Baylor's only lost one time. And you got to protect home field, especially in the Big 12. And if you really want to be a contender in the Big 12, and in order to be a top 8 seed in the Big 12, even for the Big 12 tournament, which is only for the top 8 teams, period, you got to win your home games. You got to do that, unlike the last time you played at home in the Big 12 against Texas Tech. And I get Texas Tech is better than Iowa State, but you get the whole point. No need to exaggerate this further on what needs to happen here. Go out, and if you deal with adversity, you got to be mentally tough and move on to the next play. And like I said, don't overlook this team for Colorado. You got to stay focused on this game. Come out ready to go and focus one play at a time. And you got your defenders step up, midfielders and forwards as well. And the bench players need to step up too. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Of course, that's my goal, 1,000 more. So my money, this course, I like video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well. Some more people could watch. And for watching. And not subscribe, hit subscribe button. It's free. It's free. Hit the notification bell as well. And I'm pre-recording this ahead of time. So all I have to do is just upload it that Tuesday and boom, it's there. And hopefully there is good weather for the game. Because last thing you want is a canceled game or a delay. But if it's a delay, you just got to stay loose and ready to go.